This is the story of the vanished plane of the Sahara. On December 24th, 1977, a passenger plane left Algeria for Paris. There were 118 people on board. But 2 hours into the flight, just as the plane was approaching its destination, it suddenly disappeared. The last thing anyone saw of it was a distress signal. The pilot reported that the plane was making a descent, but the sky was full of clouds and there was no airport in sight. Then the signal was cut off. No one knew what had happened to the plane or the people on board. For days, search parties combed through the Sahara Desert, but the plane was nowhere to be found. Then, just when they were about to give up hope, they saw something in the distance. At first, it looked like a mirage, but as they got closer, they realized it was a passenger plane half buried in the sand. The rescuers rushed to the scene, but what they found was not what they expected. The plane's engines were completely destroyed, but the cabin was intact. Luggage was strewn across the desert floor, but there were no footprints. And inside the plane, the rescuers found 2 empty pilot seats. The flight log had the words, "Descent begins, but sky is wrong." But there was no indication of what had happened to the passengers. It was as if the 118 people who had been on board the plane had simply vanished into thin air. Some believed that the passengers were taken by aliens, while others believed that they were all part of a government experiment that went wrong. But the truth is, to this day, no one knows what happened to them. After the plane was found, it was towed back to Algeria, where it was put on display at a museum. But over time, the elements took their toll on the plane and it began to deteriorate. Today, only a small portion of it remains, but it is still a reminder of the 118 people who vanished into thin air. To this day, the passengers remain missing. Their families have long since given up hope of ever finding out what happened to them. And the plane of the Sahara is one of the greatest mysteries of our time. What do you think happened to the plane? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to watch another scary video, then click this card here.